Tell us the dump truck motor story. How the hell
So
did
we
that-
blew the motor at Stafford, and my buddy Mike LaJoy.
Okay, I know Mike. He ran midgets in Yuma. Yeah, he ran super modifieds for a little while too.
And his dad was Connie Conrad. And Connie owned winning modifieds for George Summers at Seekonk. They won championships with Gore.
They had a plumbing company.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
So Mike calls his dad up and said, Dad, we need a motor for the race car. He said, we have the dump truck that what they do is the plumbing company throw all their trash in it, and once a week they take it to the dump it and bring it back. That's all that dump truck did. And they had just rebuilt the motor in it. Just kind of said, come get the motor. So load the car up, off to Massachusetts we go, and we pull in there. In the meantime, Connie had called a guy, Smiley Waterman, was a motor man. Smiley called Nat Chevertone, who owned the motor shop.
Nat's
they
Racing Engines.
They got lifters and a cam and parts and pieces. We pull the motor out of the race car. We push the dump truck under. It's an old barn, and they had the lift coming out the end with the chain fall. Pull the motor out of the dump truck. They pull it apart. They change the cam. We're working all night long. I mean, there's like 6 or 8 of us, working all night.
Right.
Putting this motor together. We get it in the car. We get it started about 1:30 in the afternoon. And it's a little 307. It wasn't built for racing. Started up. Connie rolls underneath, and the front main seal was leaking. Damn it, what are we going to do now? We don't have time to pull the pan down and put seals in. It's kind of, I got this. He's a plumber by trade. So in plumbing, to hold the sink to a counter, they used to have little C-grip clamps. And they just screw it, and it pulls it down and holds it. Kind of goes on there, takes brake clean, sprays it all off, gets all the oil, dries it with an air hose, gets it clean, takes a tube of silicone and just silicones, and he smears it all up around it, and he's just got it covered. He takes about 6 or 8 of those clamps and clamps the oil pan to the block with those clamps. It's right there by the harmonic valve. I just like, this is ridiculous. Let it dry for about 20 minutes. We sat there and let it dry. So all right, start it up, and the damn thing didn't leak.
That's awesome.
We threw the car on the scales, we scaled it quick, put it on the trailer, and off to Seekonk we went.
Wow, that's great.
And
you had to race with some big names at Seekonk.
Oh, yeah.
George
Eddie
Savory
St. Angelo, Savory. I mean, there was a lot of,
Freddie Estelle or Deke Estelle.
Deke Estelle,
Deke Estelle, they were tough to race. I announced at Seekonk for years, so I had really grown to have a love for the track. It was one of the tracks that launched my career.
So quick story there. So now we qualify in the heat race, and now I'm dead tired, right? We're lined up, getting the cars lined up for the feature. I'm tired, so I climb in the car, and I put the seatbelts on. I didn't have my helmet on. Bugsy Stevens comes over. We've known Bugsy forever, and he kneels down beside the car. Well, this is an R-rated show, right? So I can do some.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
So everybody watching, Bugsy was crazy. Okay. He said, okay. He kneels down. He's on his knees. And he said, okay, listen, you little son of a bitch. He reaches behind his back, pulls out a 45, cocks it, puts it up to my head.
Oh, shit.
He said, listen, you little son of a bitch, this is what you're going to do. You're going to run half a groove off the wall in the straightaway. You're going to run half a groove off the bottom in the corners. And they're not going to be able to pass you if you do that. And he said, if you don't do what I'm telling you, I got a little something, some lead for you when you come back in this garage area. So I go from being dead tired to be scared to death at this point.
You're white as a ghost.
Yeah. So we go out in the feature and started I think we started 7th or 8th, got up to 3rd, and we had no horsepower, and we're racing against these built 358s, but Seekonk's a circle, so we don't really need a lot of horsepower. So here come the guy with the built motors, the guys on the built motors, Eddie St. Angelo and Savory and those guys. This little at a time, they just passed me. We end up finishing 7th or 8th, first time out. Come in, man, we thought we won the race. So that was our first Seekonk experience. We ended up racing 12 more weeks 10 weeks with the same set of, 13 weeks with the same set of tires. The 12th week, or the 12th week, the same set of tires. 12th week.
12 races
Eddie-
out of a set of tires.
Old
that's
McCreary, as hard as this table.
Unheard of.
The only reason I got a new set of tires is Eddie St. Angelo, who was friends with my brother Brett and his wife, came over and said, look, you cannot race on these hockey pucks anymore. He said, I got a set of tires over here I took off. I didn't care for them. I didn't like them. There's nothing wrong with them. They just didn't suit what we needed. He said, come over here and get them and put them on your car. They only had one practice on them, so they're brand new. I was like, hell yeah, I'll take a brand new set of tires. So that's the only reason I had new tires.